All right, all good.
We're good?
We're good.
All right. Excuse me. Let me get this voice right. Because we abandoned in the middle of season 2. As he drove that cool night with the bodies in the trunk, drugs and alcohol in his system, he knew. And he didn't know. Was he podcast Jesus or a driver from hell? This is The Case, Season 3, Episode 1. How's that sound?
Yeah, I missed that voice.
I still have it, right?
Yeah, you still got it. Yeah.
Good. Well, I figured I would let the lunatics get their hands on it, and then we would address. It was inevitable. I knew this. So, well, we can do it from a Q&A perspective, Dave, or I can just tell the story. It's not a great story. I will say in my right hand, from the RMV in Wilmington, Massachusetts. Total reinstatement, by the way, Dave.
Oh, you're able to drive.
Completely able to drive, yes.
All right.
So, over the course of, I don't want to get the dates inaccurate. Certainly, look, it's available. I think I don't know if this is Freedom of Information requests or not. I don't know.
I don't believe, unless it went to a courtroom.
I don't know.
Yeah, you could
go for it. As I'm saying, I don't have the dates. I got a few speeding tickets in the state of Maine. I will say that. And then one, I think, in Massachusetts, right on the border. So, and it was like these bullshit ones. Not bullshit. Listen, if you're going 66 and a 65, you're speeding. If you're going 55 and a 56 and a 50, you're speeding. But these were like 78s and like 70. It wasn't worth it. It was stupid. So then after that, you get a warning. If this has happened to you at all or no?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you've been to driver retraining school or no?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay,
nothing
okay.
like that.
So I had 3 of them. So they said, listen, you're going to get your license suspended if you don't attend a driver retraining course. Have you heard of this?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So you have to go to a driver retraining course. I did this in March. I went to one in Billerica. I think it was 8-4 that day. And it was me. So you're at a table with a group, like you're paired up with people. And it's like, it's a wild scene. So I'm in there. And look, I'm like, I ate it. Like I got speeding tickets. I'm stupid. Whether I'm not one of these people, if I get pulled over, I'm not one of these, like, just like, yep, I did it. You got me. If they got me going 26 and a 25 today, I'm speeding. It's a bullshit, sure. But so it's a group of people, and the guy comes in, he talks, he tells a story, pretty much like, hey, you got to sit here and take this for 8 hours. You fucked up. And it really is like, hey, what do you do if there's a stop sign? There's a yield sign for 8 hours? You watch videos. You have a 40-minute break. So you get paired up, and then you tell the guy the story next to you. And the guy next to me, I forget his name, not a bad kid. He's from Lowell. And I say, oh yeah, I got these tickets. I'm an idiot. And I was like, it's crazy. He's like, yeah, I know it's crazy too. Geez. I was like, what'd you do? He's like, well, I got New Year's Eve. I did some drugs and I was drinking and I was driving too fast. I got pulled over. I was like, yeah, I was doing 74. I was doing 78. He's like, yeah, I was doing 112 miles an hour
shit.
on 495. But I liked him. He was a nice kid. So I did the driver retraining, got my certificate that day. So with that, you are then, the teacher says, I will now notify the RMV and your license, meaning me, is reinstated.
Got it.
So I thought, oh, okay, it's fantastic. This is March. I'm thinking this. So I'm just driving like an idiot for like thinking I have a totally reinstated, not even reinstated. No, I was never suspended, I didn't think. I had never been told my license was suspended. So I got warnings saying, hey, if you don't go to this class, it will be suspended. So Harry and I went to Barnes & Noble in Burlington. We're going to play mini golf whatever that day is, the 28th or something. Do I have that right? I don't know you have the date in the police log, Dave?
Let's see. Hold on. Where's my latest? 29th, I believe.
29th.
Yeah.
Kind of a lousy day outside. It was a Saturday. So we're driving. And I'm like, whatever. We get to a stop sign. And I go to take a right. And all of a sudden, the lights are behind me. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. What did I do? I knew I wasn't speeding. I will say this. Kirk Minahan guarantee. Forget sucking John Pelletier's dick. I will eat his asshole out. I will eat the next shit he takes out of a toilet if I ever get a speeding ticket again. I do not speed anymore after going in that driver training class. Never, ever, 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 ever. It worked. Never again, ever. I knew I didn't do anything wrong. Nothing. So I put my blinker on. I pull over. Harry's with me in the back seat. The officer, it looks like this is in Wilmington, looks like he's about 14 years old. Very nice guy. No issue with him. Said, hey, I said, was I speeding? I did something wrong? He said, no, I'm doing, he was at like a little hide spot. He's like, I'm doing license checks on cars going by, license plate check. He said, you have a suspended, this license plate comes up suspended. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm like, what? For what? I was like, I did driver, I'm speeding. And so he's on the phone. I was like, can you see what it is? And so he called the department and they said, unpaid ticket. And I'm like, I literally didn't understand. So everything was paid for. The tickets were paid for. Of course, you're telling a police officer this, like, as I'm saying it, I'm like, no way this fucking guy believes me. Like, they hear shit like this all the time. Harry's in the backseat, like, what the fuck is going on? Another officer shows up who knows who I am. So then they're there and they're like, look, like, we just can't let you drive your car. So I was like, he's like, you can't drive your car. I'm like, okay. So they towed my car back to my house. Harry, the tow truck driver, shows up with his buddy. They're in the tow truck. He's like, we can give you a ride back if you want, or you could do an Uber. Of course, no one's around. It's just me and Harry. I don't have an Uber. I don't have Uber on that. I don't know how to do Uber at all. No idea. So if I had a good producer, like, you'd come through for me, you would know, you would feel it in your bones.
Oh, I just feel that something, yeah.
So I'm like, all right. He's like, the only problem is it's only in the front, so your son's going to have to sit in your lap. So Harry sits in my lap for 45 minutes. So we get back there. They bring it back. So, of course, like, I'm like, I just want to go to the RMV and just get this taken care of. The RMV, of course, is closed on a Saturday.
Of course.
Sunday, closed. Monday morning. Well, we didn't. Do we do a show Monday morning? Did I go Monday morning or Tuesday morning? One of the first two I went super early. Do we have the date on that?
Pull it up. Let's see. So would that be May? April 30th? We did an April 30th show, yes.
Yeah, and I definitely took a bicycle to the show, Dave, that night.
Yep.
Just so you know, I biked and I biked back. I definitely did not take my car from here to here.
Actually, I believe is that Sunday night? That was the Sunday night show with Max.
The 30th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I wanted Monday morning to be first one in line, bright, bushy-tailed, smiling away at the beautiful RMV. The closest one to me sort of is Wilmington going that way. I didn't want to head into, like, there's one here. It's a fucking disaster zone. It's where, you know where that one is here with the mall?
Yes.
Fucking awful.
Do you want to go back to the scene of the crime?
It's
that
emotional.
Doesn't feel great.
It's emotional. Yeah. And again, to my credit, I walked to the RMV in Wilmington, just for the record.
Yep.
I definitely walked there. So I get there and I get my ticket. I'm waiting in line. couple very nice people come over. One guy comes over, says he likes the show. Unlike these other intrepid reporters, this guy didn't break the story of my police log. By the way, I have no problem with that as an investigative reporter. But to get the facts straight, Dave, this gentleman reported I was arrested.
Yes.
I was not arrested.
Yeah.
Let's be very.
You were never handcuffed.
No. You can go look for a mugshot.
Okay.
I was never arrested. It never happened. You try to cancel me if you want. Not arrested. Okay. Absolutely not arrested. All right. So I go to the RMV. And there's a woman there. She's very nice, nice lady. And I'm like, yeah, so here's the situation. I did the driver training. I paid every speeding ticket I have. Everything. I know everything's paid for because I just don't want to deal with the bullshit. And she says, you have an unpaid ticket in Maine, one of your tickets. And I said, this is not true. So she said, here's what you have to do. You have to go. You have to call Maine. You have to get it cleared. You have to come back. So I fucking go. I call Maine. Everyone I talk to in Maine says, nope. You're clear. You're clear. I call the dockets thing. I call what's the woman's name? Let me see here. She emailed me. Let me see. I just want to be as accurate as I can here.
Right. Get the story straight.
Let me see here. Melissa Henry from the Violations Bureau in Maine, Violations Bureau Assistant Clerk in Lewiston, Maine, sent me the record. Here it is. Speeding 10 to 14 miles an hour over the limit, Dave, by the way.
Jeez, that's a lot.
Think that's a lot?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought that was like the rule. You don't get pulled over going 10 miles over the speed limit.
Charges, speeding, 10 to 14 miles an hour over the limit. 29-A2073-3-02. That was the end of 2022. Speeding 10 to 14 miles. They're both 10, 14 miles an hour is what I got dinged on.
Yeah, I mean, they got a quota to meet.
I look, and I do think my car probably to some extent is maybe. No, I don't know. No?
Could be. Yep.
It looks like I could see
And
that.
they're paying more attention to out-of-staters, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Pay their fucking... But that's fine. They're doing their job. So Miss Henry's very nice. She sends me a receipt back, Dave. Balance due as of date when I went there. $0.00.
So you've been wronged.
Well, no. I'm not done yet. No. Okay. There's some blame here. There's some blame here. Yep. So I go back, and she's like, "Yeah." So I go back in there and meet with the same one, and she's like, "No, you have to get your driving record certified from the state of Maine." So I call the state of Maine. They send me my driving record, $6 charge on my credit card. But I'm happy to provide that $6 charge that clears me. So I go back to the RMV. Here it is. Here. I meet with a different guy, sing him the same song, and he's like, "Yeah, it doesn't." But I still don't have any proof that your everything's been cleared. Then he does a thing. It's like when you're checking in the hotel or an airport, just doing this whole thing, and he's like, "You know what it is?" He's like, "Your license was suspended in Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. They suspended. I never got a notification of this. Never saw it." He said, "You did not pay a reinstatement fee when your driver training was done."
Yep, when you completed the course. Yep.
But I thought it wasn't suspended. So that was literally it. That's the ticket they were talking about. Paid it yesterday, a charge of $250.
Wow.
Paid for my reinstatement fee. Invoice, well, I didn't need to do that. Well, I give anything away. But it's authorized, paid, reinstated, cleared. Okay. Not so much vindicated because I guess I didn't check kept getting you will be suspended, did the driver training, never got an official suspension notice, never, not once, but did not pay the state reinstatement fee. So it's on me.
So it could be a thing where you completed the course and maybe word just didn't get back to...
It seems impossible. I don't understand. Yeah. I don't know what happened, but I should have known. I should have seen it. I went back and checked subsequently. And they did say you'd have to pay a reinstatement fee if it happens. I never knew about it. I would have paid it in 2 seconds. Didn't do that. By the way, the towing was like $300.
Oh, yeah.
I threw the guy a nice tip because he gave me and Harry a ride.
You don't have AAA? They wouldn't...
the guy was right there. No, they had to do it because it was the police were there. They had to do it.
Oh, I've had a situation moderately similar, and they allowed me to call AAA. So that was,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. So it's harrowing, but I think it's done. We're clear. We're reinstated. I'm not saying I'm innocent, but I'm seeing some things on social media that suggest I'm some sort of delinquent.
Right.
Now, I've had a heavy foot over the years. I will accept that responsibility. Those days are over. I promise you that. But yes, when I saw those tweets yesterday, I was like, oh, I mean, I knew, of course, that people were going to see it. I didn't know if it was going to show up so I don't know. And it also says subsequent in the thing, so I don't know what that means. I don't know anything. People may know more than I do. I don't know. We have to get a legal expert on to talk about this.
Yep.
But I am clear, free and clear now.
And I imagine if you do a FOIA request to the Wilmington Police Department, you would get something back from
me.
That. Like the public could get something.
Well,
from
I
that.
need them to do that, but they're certainly welcome to do it. Maybe they'll find something I don't know about. I don't know. Maybe. And by the way, this story I have no idea. All I know is I got some speeding tickets. I went to driver retraining, and then I thought I was cleared. I got pulled over. Turns out I wasn't. Paid it. Whenever the hell my second run at the RMV, and now, as the guy said to me, you are clear. Free to go. I called it confirmed. So we are good to go.
I mean, you take accountability.
Absolutely. No, right? Listen. And by the way, the police in Wilmington were fantastic. The kid, he's an adult. Very nice. The other guy was very nice. They felt bad, I think. I don't know. Maybe if Harry's not there, I get cuffed and stuffed.
Oh, probably.
Really? He bailed me out?
No, I don't know.
Probably not. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. They recognized you too, so you probably got up.
No. Well, I was also worried about that. I'm like, geez, maybe these guys will hate me because of the case. I have no idea. I know it's your biggest concern.
Right.
But it was a horrible, terrible thing. And now, of course, I'm sort of branded with this bad boy, crazy driver, like Fast and Furious image.
yeah.
Which, getting pulled over going 10 or 14 miles an hour over the speed limit is like sad. Like you might as well go for it at that point.
Yeah, but they didn't want to pull you over. They have a job
70,
to do. And
76 and a 65 is those are the rules.
Right.
Those are the rules.
Right.
As I learned in driver retraining class, those are the rules.
Driver retraining class sounds horrific.
You would not believe how, and the stories from these people, and I'm as guilty as they are, but you're talking about people who have been like DUIs, like 14 speeding things, like major driving in the houses.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there like, just get me through this. I did get 100 on my test at the end of the class, though.
Oh, how many questions?
10.
10. Oh, wow.
Got 100.
Impressive.
Got 100.
Yeah.
Watched some videos. We had a 40-minute break for lunch. One kid fell asleep during the class and got kicked out. It was about what you'd expect. The guy who ran it, I thought was good. He did a good job. He kept me fairly engaged. But I looked up and it was like 10:20. I was like, holy shit, I have 6 hours to. It might have been 8 to 4:30. Let me look that up. Let me see here.
It's a shame you're going to lose touch with some of your former classmates.
I
said, it's a shame you're going to lose touch with some of your former classmates.
I'm not saying that. I mean, I may talk to them again. I don't know. I will say I will never, ever, 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 ever speed again.
Well, that's a lie.
Ever.
That's just a blatant lie.
Ever. If you saw me driving up the other day.
Are you defining speed as 10 miles per hour over the speed limit?
You were on the road with me the other day. Would you call me a speedy driver when you saw me in Maine the other day?
You were long. I was, or going home.
You passed
I don't
me.
know where. Yeah.
You passed me on the way up when we were going to the restaurant. Did you not?
Oh, right. I did. Yeah. You're slow. Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Yep. Okay.
You were speeding.
I was probably speeding.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not. I mean, I don't want. I was going to alert anybody to that, but I was concerned.
Right.
And that's, by the way, in the state of Maine. I'm not doing it there. I'm a fucking bad boy there.
That's smart. Yeah.
I mean, a part of me want to be like, man, like, I fucking, how much money I brought to your stupid Portland economy but like, no thanks for that. Meanwhile, that weekend, I'm just bombing around, like, happy as can be. I think I had just done retraining the week before that.
Yeah, so your license was probably suspended for what?
It's probably 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Driving around like a maniac.
Wow.
Not a care in the world.
Yeah.
Shame on me. That's what I would say.
You learned your lesson.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Let me see here. I'm trying to look this up. Training. Looking for information here. It was 8 to 4:30 p.m. Long day.
Very long day.
That's a long. Trust me, that's a long day.
That would have been a great story if they handcuffed you, brought you to the station. You're in a holding cell. Man,
on a Saturday, I could be there all weekend.
Oof.
I didn't need bail money. I had no cash.
And those town ones, there could be other like potential criminals in there with you, right?
Absolutely.
It's not a single cell.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. So, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the. I mean, it's. Well, I don't know if people find it interesting or not, but I felt like it was worth telling.
Yeah.
I feel like it was worth telling at the time, but I was like. The minute that happened a couple weeks ago, I was like, oh, that's going to be in some record somewhere. Yeah. Guaranteed somebody will find it. And sure enough, they did. And good for them. Although arrest isn't inaccurate. That's almost, I don't want to say libel, but that's in that neighborhood somewhere where I'm considering it. Yeah. I'm considering it. So.
Yeah.
What's your takeaway on all of it?
Well, listen, I like that you learned your lesson. It seems like for the future, things like this won't happen again.
Yeah. Well, you've got a bit of a heavy foot, I could tell.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's just say I've had some incidents for sure.
How many speeding tickets have you had?
Speeding tickets, I've probably had like 4 or 5, I believe.
Wow, you've got no trouble for it, though.
No trouble. I had an insurance issue with the past. I forgot
that's the other thing.
that I was insured, and I got arrested. I got handcuffed. I got put in the back of a cop car, and then they...
You didn't have insurance?
It lapsed, and I don't know why. Yeah, I'm just stupid with that shit, mail or whatever. But,
right.
Yeah.
Huh. So I don't know. I'm not, I'm sure the speculation, I saw it on Twitter, the speculation's running wild about, drugs, drunk driving.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not, Siggy Robinson just said, not so funny if the tow truck driver is it they tweeted a picture of Brady's kid making out with Brady and a massage table.
Good God.
While what's his is it that the old Red Sox player was Adrian Gonzalez?
Yes.
Just thinking of his name. Alex Guerrero was rubbing like his shoulder while it's going on. What a bizarre scene. So anyway, I felt like, look, good job, good investigative journalism by the haters out there. Good, not great because he messed up the arrest thing, but look, we respond to it here, unlike others. This is what makes our podcast great.
Yeah. When did that hit the paper? Like probably yesterday, right?
Oh, I don't know. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unbelievable, incredible. So, yeah, we'll take a few calls on this, Dave, if you want. I mean, if people want to talk, it's hard when you see your heroes in situations like this. I get it.
I mean, many people might be disappointed in you.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Anything else going on show-wise?
Show-wise, not really. That was some pretty big foreplay news.
I was aware of it. I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was aware of it.
Good for them.
1 o'clock tomorrow with Riggs, if that's all right with you.
All right.
Then we have a show tomorrow night, right?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Christ. Yeah, that was big news. So I think it's a good idea. Mm-hmm. So they're going to treat like a real event. Different people covering different holes and stuff, I guess.
That's good. Does Corn Ferry, they're on the Golf Channel a little bit,
Not
right?
much, though.
Yeah.
They had it, then they lost it. I don't know what happened. I used to like watching it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't have a good answer for that. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to that for those guys. That should be a good thing.
Well, a lot of people were wondering if this tied into some of the other things that you have been alluding to on the show.
Could very well be.
Yeah, who knows?
Could very well be.
Okay.
Could very well be. I don't know. I know that had been me being part of that had been broached to me a while ago. I've not heard anything since.
Got it.
So I don't know.
Okay.
Happy to do it. Also happy to just not do it and support whatever they want. I don't know how big of an event it'll be.
It'll be a big event, I would assume.
Yeah.
Because it does seem like, at least from the Barstool
Is it a
perspective,
live event, Dave?
It is a live event, yes.
So do you think I'll be there?
I think you may not be there.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'll be watching like everybody else. As much as you can, that Barstool TV thing before it crashes on you.
I don't know if it was a similar situation with the other events they've done, but it seems like the PGA is handling all the production of this. So that's
is that right?
That's a big win. Yeah.
I would like to do the 16th hole if I had the choice.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be my spot, I think.
Okay.
Nobody asked me.
Yep.
But I'm also happy to support those guys. I'm happy for them. It's a good idea. It's good for the Corn Ferry Tour as well.
Right.
All right, loaded up?
They're not loaded up just yet.
They're not loaded up?
No.
On this day, on this newsworthy day?
I know. I think they were hoping for something a little bit more intense, maybe. Who knows?
What do you expect? I'm confused what people want.
Yeah.
Let me see this here. Come on, let's go.
I was thinking about yesterday.
Yeah,
driving
I've seen
home.
people saying that Blinker guy is vindicated. What are people talking about? That happened. I was not speeding at the time, I don't believe.
Yeah.
And the guy veered over into my lane. It has nothing to do with anything.
Two completely different
That's just
scenarios.
silly. It's just insane. It's like saying Mutt's vindicated for being drunk and driving around.
Right.
His crime is way worse. Way worse. What were you going to say?
I was thinking about the Mincy thing a little bit more yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Why can't, I mean, obviously we said he could have been suspended, but why can't they just take him off of in front of a camera or behind a mic and he could be like a producer or help create, you know what I mean? Guide.
Because he doesn't do anything.
I'm sure he could. He's a very smart, like college sports brain, I would think. Like, why do we have to fire him completely?
But they said he didn't do any work, right?
I think they said that, but I don't know if that's true. And he could be put behind the scenes and start to do work, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just a shame that somebody like that you have to just like get rid of completely versus.
Well, we'll take a few, huh? Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I get that. Hello.
Bang, boom, crunch. Hello, Mr. Kirk. It's the Clydester.
Hello, Clyde.
Hey, I just wanted you to know that those walkies that Mr. Dave is supposed to have been taking me on, you can see it's not working for either one of us.
Well, yeah, certainly not for Dave Clydester. Yeah, I think you look fine, Clyde. I gave you a little pat in the back before I left today. You've been supporting me the whole time.
No way. I am a fat doggy.
No, Clyde. Don't be so down on yourself. That's not right. Thank you, Clyde.
Well, that's good that you had a support system through this difficult time.
Well, Harry didn't care. He was watching his iPad the whole time.
Oh, he's on your lap?
He didn't break character. He's like, oh, yeah, that was weird. All right. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, 1 second, caller. It is amazing. They're loaded up now, Dave, I presume?
Yes.
It's amazing, though, like, and I have to be fair. Overall, the RMV did okay. But it's just weird, like, why can't at one point, why can't you just call the person I'm talking to in Maine? Why do I have to be the intermediary in this thing? Like, why is it so complicated?
Well, it's your responsibility. You're the one who fucked up, so you should.
No, but I'm there meeting with the people. And they're like, yeah, I don't really know. But I'm like, if you call this number right now, she will tell you what she just told me.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it's just an easier now to go back. It makes the process easier.
The majority of things should be able to be figured out online anyway.
That's true.
I think suspended license might be one of the ones that can't be.
I don't know. It didn't. To be fair, once it happened, I went online and it said it. So I was like, okay. But then it didn't. It said a ticket in Maine was the only thing, and I paid for it. It was just confusing. The whole thing was confusing. Yeah. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, what up, man? Celtics, Game 5 tonight. Who's going to win? I'm going to throw some money on it.
Who is this? Why do you sound like this?
JJ.
Who?
What do you mean? JJ?
How old are you, JJ?
28.
28. Okay. What's the spread?
6.
Celtics by 6, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's in Boston?
No.
Yeah, Game 5.
Yeah, 5 Boston, 6 76ers, 7 Celtics. This feels like a Celtics easy win tonight. They lose Game 6 close. They win Game 7. Take the 6.
All right, book it. Thanks, brother.
Not the Sixers, the 6. There you go. Thank you, JJ. Should be doing cartoon work with that voice. Hello.
Kirk, it's me, Tony. Kirk, it's not a big deal. I said Indians. I meant to say Guardians, Kirk.
Who is this?
It's Tony.
Tony who?
Tony Maz.
Oh, hey, Tony. Yeah. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm all right, but you're kind of coming after me, and I'm upset. I didn't think it was a big deal.
This is the worst. Hold on. Leave him on, Dave. Dave, forget. Don't be Tony for a second. Who am I talking to for real? Craig, that's the worst impression we've ever had on this show in 4 years. That's the worst one.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Thanks for calling.
That was tough.
Jesus.
Fred was not on the air, I don't believe, this morning.
Is that right?
I think I checked on my way in here. Yeah, I don't believe so.
I don't think you can see him on anytime soon.
No?
No. I think Bob Huggins will be blowing Alex Raymond before Fred Toucher's on the air, is my guess. I could be wrong.
That was a wild one.
Well, Michael defended somehow tomorrow.
Yeah.
That one I don't know how you defend. Like the Jerry's and how do you do that?
Yeah.
Like, what's the defense? He's old?
Is Mike, after the show, I asked Mike this, was Mike alluding to, I think he confirmed this, is he saying he mispronounced the A's announcer? He mispronounced
the name of the
word?
league?
He mispronounced? Is that the sell that people are trying to say?
That's a tough one. It's just not, I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying it.
I can see like calling me an asshole for thinking he should be fired, but like,
yeah,
that's a really tough stretch.
It feels like a reach to me.
Yeah.
Is anybody defending Bob Huggins today?
Nobody is defending.
Has he been fired yet?
I don't believe so.
That's
they just
crazy.
Released, I think they just both sides released statements there. He released one, and then the school released one.
Tough spot for the radio hosts. Jesus, they didn't handle it very well.
No.
Hello.
Hey, Kirk, this is Jeff Lohman. I just had a question for Dave.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Loman. What's up, buddy?
Hey, not too much. Dave, why did Lisa Lidback call you an asshole?
I don't really know. I'm not sure. I think it's because I asked if she was the real mean girl on the show when discussing Hannah. I think. That's all. I don't know.
On what show?
On this show.
No, I think it was on the golf.
Oh, was it on
I
the
think it
golf
was
game?
I think it was me and
Oh.
Riggs, Loman. I think it was there.
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right, well, good talking to you, Kirk. I'll send some cards your way soon.
Yeah, miss you, buddy.
I don't think so. I don't ever talk on that show. I think it was this show.
Oh, you think it was this show? Okay, I don't
so,
remember.
yeah.
I thought maybe, I don't know. Okay. Hello.
Dave, did you say you got handcuffed over insurance?
Yeah, I forget. It's been a few years now. I forget why, but I think my insurance lapsed, so then my license was suspended there. I got handcuffed, put in the back of a cruiser, then brought to the station, and they handcuffed me at the station to like the reception area, and then put me in a holding cell.
So you got arrested?
Yeah, so I'm full-fledged arrested, yes.
Do you have an arrest record then or no?
I'm
No.
assuming so. Off of that. I mean, unless I don't know why. I mean, I got taken care of. But.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly you left a couple details out. I've never heard of somebody getting handcuffed over insurance. But there it is. Thank you.
Yeah, it could be more too. It could be something like I forgot a speeding ticket too. I don't know, but I can't remember now. It was like 5 years ago. It was not late to work though. So
You were not.
That's why you leave early for work.
You're a pro. Yeah. What show was that?
The Boston.com morning show.
Really?
Yeah. I do not believe we discussed it. So. Yeah.
Hello.
Good morning, Kirk. Billboard Truck Guy.
Hey, Billboard Truck Guy. 1 second, Dave. Before I forget, as an adult, I'm never going to speed again. Of course, this was not my first time at driver training school. I was there in like 1998 or 1999.
Wow.
Speeding tickets.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So that time you didn't learn your
I was a
lesson,
kid
but
then.
yeah,
I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was a kid. That was like, I was speeding like a lunatic at that point in my life.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
a madman.
Right.
Like I have no,
It was kind of like a way you were expressing yourself through the vehicle.
yeah, I don't know. I never drove drunk at that point, but I was not, it was a difficult time in my life. I was going through a lot of stuff at that point. But this time, clear of mind, those days are over.
Got it.
I've probably had in my life only 45, 50 speeding tickets. Is that a lot or no?
No, it doesn't sound like a
No,
lot.
okay. Yeah. Hello, Billboard Truck Guy.
Kirk, I know you're involved in a lot of legal controversies now, and
Yeah.
you're probably not focused on certain things, but are you aware that we're approaching the 42nd anniversary of one of our favorite movies, Diner? I was wondering if the show is going to be celebrating that by having
I would
some
like
cast
to.
members.
I'd like to celebrate that, Dave, in some way. Is that
Yeah,
possible?
I hope so. Yeah.
What do you mean?
I hope we can get a Gutenberg at some point.
I see Gutenberg pop up in like my YouTube feed, like in my like advertising things all the time.
When he's doing his motivational speaking
Yeah.
stuff and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had just done some Broadway show that they said, but I don't know, they wanted to promote that.
It came out. It came out in '82. Billboard Shark Guy Diner.
Yes, I understand. So we're approaching the 42nd
okay.
anniversary.
We're not close.
We missed the 40th and the
Right.
41st.
Right. We're still probably 8 or 9 months away, right?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
March, but
March,
you know,
yeah. He won't-
Dave, I feel like I need to. Dave, I feel like I need to take this over. Do you want me to find a cast member? Kirk?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
Locks never.
Yes.
Locks
Yep.
never
Yes.
go away. No,
Yep.
locks don't.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. I would like you to, get a cast member, please. I don't want.
Well, just anybody but Gutenberg then. Fine.
No, I want Reiser, Gutenberg, Daniel Stern.
No, Reiser, we said no to. He's
We
gone.
said no to?
Well, like he disrespected the show.
I want
in my
Reiser,
opinion.
Daniel Stern, or Gutenberg. That's why. Or Bacon. Kevin Bacon.
All right, you can take Bacon. You take Bacon.
Okay. Yeah, get Kevin
You can
Bacon.
take
Okay,
Bacon.
I'll
All right,
first
thank you.
some-
Thank you, Billboard Shark Guy.
That's a nice offer.
God, I've spent 17 hours of my life in driver training courses.
Yeah, that does not sound fun.
Is it troubling I forgot that I was there the first time?
So that's for people who are specifically like fucked up like you did. That's not. Are there retraining courses for old people at some point too?
I don't
assume?
know. Amazingly, no. Of course
Yeah.
not. Is it disturbing that I actually forgot I went to the first one? That's not good. Hello.
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 I'm surprised there's incompetence at the Registry of Motor Vehicles.
Well, look,
You
no,
don't see that
I it's an easy thing to do, right? It's an easy. Yeah.
No. Public servants, the laziest people on earth.
Is that going around lately, David?
Yes.
What?
That's cold. We don't even know how sick he is.
No,
That's
I'm
cold.
kidding. I actually like Howie.
Yeah.
But what a weird scene that was.
Has anybody seen Bruce Mittman today? Who knows?
Is there anything more Howie than if he croaked while having a guy on talking about like clam chowder?
2-for-1 gift cards.
$50 gift cards. You know, I hate his wife. She's the worst, but I really like Howie. He's always been really good to me. We had him on, remember?
Right. Yep.
That was you. Oh, obviously it wasn't Steve. That was you. He's a good sport. Like I know all the Howie stories, but I've always got along well. He's always been supportive of me until his wife made him not be supportive.
Yes.
So I felt bad. And I hope he's going to be okay. It sounds like he's going to be okay.
It seems so. They just said got sick from his grandson, right?
I guess.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit.
It was he had on. I forget who I was texting with about. This person was very interested. I forget who it was.
Is it the gun club guy, Manning something?
Yeah, but I forget who I was texting with about it. I just don't know who would be really interested in this. And this person said, man, if his last broadcast is hawking $50 Captain Parker's clam chowder gift cards. Like, that was his guest on the show when that happened. Of course, I'm going to have who the hell I'm going to have on Friday. But
I thought he had the gun guy. That's what I thought
No,
he was.
Howie Carr, a Boston-based radio talk show host, columnist, did they load up, Dave?
Yeah.
Hang on. Was hospitalized Monday after collapsing on air live during his afternoon drive time show. Carr, who said he was not feeling well at the beginning of the show due to the medical procedure, was interviewing Jerry Manning, the owner of Captain Parker's Pub. The pair were speaking about Captain Parker's chowder before the host was scheduled to give away $50 gift certificates to the restaurant for half price.
That's perfect.
While commending Manning's chowder, Carr began to mumble and then drift off, slumping into his mic. Manning appeared shocked. There's no sound of this, huh?
No.
He continued to speak for about 30 seconds where staffers came in and removed him from his chair and cut the live feed on Rumble. The real problem was between 5 and 6 p.m. they stopped. Toby Leary, the owner of Cape Gunworks, was scheduled to fill in for Howie from 5 to 6, but no. There you go.
Why does he need a fill-in from 5? Is that like a normal thing he does or something? Or
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But then Grace Curley came on and said that Howie got something from his grandson, but he said he had a medical procedure that day.
yes.
So I don't know what's going on. I hope he's all right. Like I said, I like Howie, so I don't want him to be. And he's just it's hard to. A lot of listeners aren't from around here. It's hard to say how big Howie is in Boston. He's not as big as he used to. He was a big part of this city.
Howie's a monster.
Huge legend for 40 years.
And Howie is pretty much the only reason why WRKO is beating a station like WEEI, and they're on AM radio.
Well, I think EEI is a big reason for that too.
Well, that's true too.
But
I
yeah.
mean, like that, he's a monster. Like those ratings for an AM radio station still is silly.
How is Jerry going to figure out what to talk about if Howie dies? What's he gonna? Who's tasting his
get all his material? Yeah.
I saw him tweet. Somebody tweeted to me. Jerry's like, "You say it's gonna be so hard to quit Fox because Gutfeld's monologues are so good," or something like that. Hello.
Hello. What's more painful, Kirk? Sitting through a driver retraining course or sitting through a show with Max?
It's close. I have not heard. I've seen a lot of people asking me this. I'm just going to say this. I have not been told I'm fired yet by Penn for this, but nobody has reached out with any support yet.
Nothing whatsoever.
No, nothing.
Wow. Because I did see the person who tweeted out originally tagged Barstool Sports in it, so they were trying to.
Look, I understand. Look, troublemakers out there. I understand. Look, this is what we do. I can't. Again, it's the information is not correct. But you know how that goes. You're swimming upstream and you start yelling that into the wind.
Yep.
It's out there.
And it was circling on Reddit. Reddit's a dangerous place. They get things done on Reddit.
Are they going to put up on these fake mug shots? That's inevitable.
Probably.
I know that. Yeah. I need the Wilmington police to issue a statement.
Yeah, I mean, if they could back you up a little bit and say that you did go through the process, you were a gentleman that day, that could help your reputation a little bit.
Well, I was not. I was no handcuffs were put on.
Yep.
No mug shot was taken. That's all I can say. Okay. Hello.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Glad you're free, Kirk.
Thank you.
After Rico's last couple calls, I think we know how he's managed to keep the weight off. Dave, have you ever considered that? Booger Sugar 360?
I'm open to any ideas.
I mean, Kinnison wasn't as manic.
I like when the Rico calls don't hit as much as when they do hit, though, because I know it annoys people, and it's just funny to think that he's doing it. It just makes the whole thing makes me laugh.
I don't know if people were upset about the content of the calls. I think it's the volume.
That's funny, too, though, as well to me. Like, if he called 70 times, I would take it each day, because I know it pisses people off. It's just funny to me.
Yeah.
Hello.
Turkey.
Yes. You think I'm going to block Rico before the tournament?
Sasquatch.
Hold on. You think I'm going to block Rico before the tournament starts?
You can't do that.
I'm not doing that.
No.
Hello.
Yo, Kirky, it's Lil Sasquatch.
Hey, Will, how are you?
I got a question for you about Gangs of New York. What was your opinion on Leo DiCaprio in that movie?
Not great. That's a Day-Lewis movie.
I agree.
All the way. Cameron Diaz miscast. DiCaprio honestly miscast, kind of. Like, just didn't. The movie itself, the idea of it was great, but the movie itself just isn't. I never watched it again. Did not land. It's one of my least favorite Scorsese movies.
So well said. Thanks, Kirky.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Well, that's
the kind of shit I could have been. If I got put in the hole, I could have been saying to the guys,
Yeah.
Just talking movies, shooting hoops.
They'd love that. Yeah.
No stress, no social media, no worries about live event people or whatever. Just be in the clink.
Yeah. Could be good for you. Get in shape. You exercise a lot, right?
Yeah, I'm in fine condition.
You're in fine shape, yeah.
Maybe for you.
That could definitely help me. So maybe I'll do something.
How long were you on? How long were you locked to the
Locked to that thing for 5 minutes.
How old were you? It wasn't that long ago. I mean,
Yeah, it was like within the last, I would say, 7 years, maybe.
How'd you get out?
I called my wife. And I think we just paid. We paid something. I don't know. I forget.
Oh, you said your insurance was all set. You were okay.
Well, I had to figure it out that day.
Yeah, but you drove from there to the.
I'm sure I had to pay something to get out of jail, right?
Oh,
I just can't remember any of it. But I
so
was
you
in
had
the holding
to
cell.
pay some kind of bail, I would think. To
Yeah,
get out.
I was in the holding cell.
By yourself?
Yes.
For how long?
And like looking at the light, at least 45 minutes.
You made the show on time?
I made the show on time. That's why you leave at 3 o'clock in the morning. You just
So what'd you get pulled over for?
I think it was kind of like you. They might have just been checking.
Yeah.
Or maybe I didn't come to a complete stop at a stop sign. I forget at this
Well,
point.
look, I could tell you my driver retraining guy, where he lives, there's a stop where he one time, he knows the police officer's always there. They're always checking, but he kind of went slowly through it.
Yep.
The officer pulled him over, and he said, look, you're as guilty as if you go through it 100 miles an hour.
It's a good call.
Either way, you're guilty.
Yeah, right there.
I was with Kirkman and guarantees I will never get a speeding ticket again. I will never go to the driver retraining course again. Ever. That's never going to happen.
Can't do that.
3 times is not going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I went the first time. That's how crazy it is. I think I might have been hungover or drunk. That's definitely possible.
Nice.
I don't remember that, though. It may not be true. That was in 99, so it's definitely, or 98, so it's definitely probably happened. I'm going to be one of these guys now where, like, if anybody in my staff, like if we're going to a live show, you go past me and you're speeding, I'm going to probably alert the authorities.
Oh, you're going to rat. You're going to rat a little bit.
Look, we're all in this together. You know, it's a journey.
It's a public safety issue.
It's a public safety issue.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. I talked to Mutt yesterday. I talked to Mutt after the show yesterday. He said something. I forget what it is. I don't know. We got to figure out the date for him and Reamer next week, I guess.
Yep. What did Reamer say? The 15th, I think, or something along those lines? He had a specific date.
Yeah, the end of this week is his. Yeah. Oh, is that Warren Zane's interview scheduled for the 15th?
Yes.
I have to move that.
Okay.
I'm not going to be here the 15th.
Okay.
I'm playing in Andy Nolan's golf tournament for his town's baseball.
Oh, okay. I think I saw that a W Town beat him up pretty good yesterday, actually.
Oh, they lose? Yeah. They've been playing well.
It was like a 12-1 loss.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like Harry's lost last night. Absolute beatdown. Jeff Lowe texted me. You going to be part of the broadcast team for the Corn Ferry event? I don't know. Let's call Riggs and find out right now.
All right.
See if he answers.
Could be on a conference call with the tour. Who knows?
That's true.
Oh, I FaceTimed him. Hold on.
Jesus. Fucking embarrassing. Jesus Christ. No, it doesn't sound like he's answering, Dave.
Is it upsetting to you that on one of your darkest days where you have to acknowledge your criminal history, he's having one of his best days?
No, it's fine. It's a criminal. I think that's. I think. Who's that?
This is Riggs. Here we go. There we go. Hold on. You got him.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hey, you're live on the. We're doing a bonus show right now. I'm addressing some criminal issues right now.
Wow. Live to tape.
Live to tape. So Jeff Lowe texted me this. Congratulations, first of all. Some other people have reached out. Is there anything you want to say about me in this live Corn Ferry event?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with you yet, to be honest with you.
What the fuck does that mean?
That doesn't sound great.
Hold on, what?
What kind of role do you want? It's a positive thing. You're so talented. I'm trying to figure out exactly the best way to use you. What do you think?
What is in your mind, what are you looking at? Like, who is doing what right now without removing me from the situation?
Well, Jake Marsh is going to be the play-by-play guy.
Sure, right, yeah.
I believe I'm going to be in that tower with him, and I think we need one more person that I believe is going to be someone with some pretty strong golf credibility, maybe Corn Ferry Tour experience.
Okay.
I did think
originally potentially you and me and Jake Marsh, but we already have the two captains issue on the golf gambling show.
Right.
So I don't know that that's the answer. So I
get
kind of see you.
I mean, you are talking to, Judy Rankin, Bob Rosberg, David Faraday. I am happy to trudge along and follow a group and report from what. If I'm happy to do whatever you want.
I appreciate that. I think you'd be very good at that. You got an acute eye. You kind of pick out some interesting things. So
I don't want to be like Amanda. I don't want to be like Amanda. What's her? I don't want to do that crap. Let Rappaport do that. I don't want to do any of that. Like I want to be out there. I want to be out there in the action. I want to report stuff, break things down, break story. I'm happy, but whatever.
Good.
Look, as I said today, because we talked about it before. If there's a role for me, great. If there's not, I will support you guys 1,000,000% from 1,000 miles away.
Kirk, there's many roles for you. I want you involved, buddy. You're going to be, you're the guy. I like that you're hungry. You want to be out on the course. You want to be, come on. Come on.
What ideas do you have? You said you have thoughts. Well, what did you have?
Well, I think that you are an insightful on-course guy. Like I said, now that comes with, we're going to need to lean on you in those situations. If you're out there, you got to find stuff that you're like, hey, you need to cut to me. I got something.
Of course.
So it's hard for me to be like, oh, you're going to need to find this. And I think that'd be a good mix. We're going to have Frankie and Trent out there who are probably going to be doing some goofy, wacky stuff. And then we cut to you who, you're all knowledge, baby.
Right. Do you think I need my own sort of producer to kind of track, to follow me around, to keep me updated, or am I okay on my own?
No. You're okay on your own.
Okay.
That could be a real disaster if we had. Yeah, no, we need you on your own.
And to be clear, as I said earlier, this is a live event, correct?
We're doing 3 hours of live coverage. Yep.
Okay.
Barstool recently has had no issues with going live.
I don't think there'll be any problem at all. This is all 4 days?
Yep, no issues. All 4 days for 3 hours.
Can I not, let me ask you a serious question, since you and I are, we're on a little bit of a nice streak right now. And you can bet on Corn Ferry events. That week, will you be able to bet on, if I'm covering somebody in the Corn Ferry event, if I'm one of the guys on the course and they're playing, can I be gambling on that player?
Well, I don't know if you recall from the Arizona Bowl game, but clearly Dan and Dave were not able to gamble and were in no way showing any signs that they had any favorites.
Right. Well, I'm just thinking
in the game. So I think no. Fair, I think the answer is
okay. Now I won't do it. No. I'm staying above board. That's fine by me. Okay. So what's that?
What if you were acting as sort of the course architect in the way, like you walk the course the day before, so you can break down.
Course art? What are you talking about? They have a course architect.
You know the breaks a little bit, like you know what's going on.
Of course I'm going to do that if I'm following him. Of course I'm going to do it.
Listen, he's not offering any ideas.
I mean, Rich, do you understand why?
Throw things out there.
I mean, that's why. If I'm going to work for these guys on course commentator, of course I'm going to do that. I'm going to be the first one out there in the morning, walking, looking at all the greens, talking to guys. I'll drop balls.
Hold on. Let me text the crew and make sure we loop Dave into all the ideas.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean,
listen,
shit.
I'm putting stuff out there. That's all. I'm putting it out there for you.
I can play the course before, I assume, at some point. So I think I need to do that.
Sorry, I was sending that text.
Sure.
What?
You're not driving, are you?
I just pulled over.
Okay,
I'm
good. Pull over, but also your car can't be running if you're texting. Your car needs to be off. I learned that in driver retraining school.
Is that right? I have it in park. That doesn't count.
No, you sound like one of the guys. You sound like Maddie in driver retraining school. Maddie's always saying stuff like that. You can't be like Maddie in driver retraining school.
You don't want to be a Maddie.
You don't want to be a Maddie. I said, shouldn't I mean on a Monday or Tuesday or whatever, shouldn't I get 18 in there just to have an idea of what the course is like from a playing perspective? I think so.
I want you getting 36 in. I want you.
Okay, done. I'm there to work for you. I'm there to work for Foreplay that week. I'm happy. If asked, I will serve. That's my point.
Barstool guy, team guy, now Foreplay guy.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I really do. I really, really do. I'm pretty nervous. I'm a little nervous.
No, don't worry. You know what? We're gonna get this done. Don't worry about it. And we could do a live gambling. We could do a live gambling show.
Yep. I mean, that's true. We could do it in person. We haven't done one in person.
Not yet. It's all coming together. All right. So we're taping tomorrow at 1, the dress rehearsal for the 5 o'clock show, correct?
That's right. Yep.
Okay.
We'll be live at 5, but rehearsals you guys scheduled for 1
o'clock
p.m.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Congratulations. This is big news. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you
Congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you. All right. I mean, it almost sounds like I'm going to be the center of this entire event.
That's the vibe I got. Yeah.
I mean, you think anybody's going to pay attention to Jake Marsh and Riggs on the 18th hole?
No, okay, no.
Oof.
No.
What, Frankie and Trent are going to be doing what? Tricks?
Well, they're a lovable duo right there, so that's always fun to watch.
Ooh, did you listen to the last episode of Jim Furyk or no?
No, not yet. No.
Frankie takes I said this on the show, didn't I? Frankie took a real shot at Lurch.
Oh, yes.
A
you did say
real,
that. Yeah.
like a body blow.
That could be a friend shot, no?
Did not feel that way.
No.
Could be wrong. We'll address that tomorrow and more. Okay. So we're back tomorrow. This is a bonus show. Brought to you by Miltons, the store for men. We'll put this up on the podcast feed, Dave.
All right.
Why not? Okay. You know, let the people, don't you think?
Yeah, sure.
Let the people have it?
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is, again, I am now watching everyone on the road and alerting people. I'm alerting the authorities if I see something untoward on the road.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, some 32 hours from now, I'll be here. Dave will be here. Mike Geary will be here. I suspect that'll be the show. I could be wrong.
I don't know. Yeah.
One never knows.
Okay.
One never knows.
Yeah.
Anybody else reach out to you from that crowd?
No, I just had one person message
Lots of
me on
talk.
my crowd.
Lots of talk. When the lights go on, they duck and hide.
It seemed like that person's planning for it.
Well, good.
So, yeah.
We'll see. Okay, so we're back tomorrow with Mike and the haters, I think. We will talk to you. The only thing I'll say is I always say at the end of every show, drive safely. Use your blinker. And then they'll put up 25 or 30 or 35 or 55 or 60 just for shits and giggles. There's a reason why they do that. Obey it. I think most important, also don't be one of those people. I saw this the other day. I wanted to pull them over and have a conversation, but I'm not yet a licensed driving officer. Don't you hate when people ride somebody's ass on the? I mean, that's like that to me is like you should be jailed for 50 years.
Oh, like especially today's world.
Yeah,
like, just like
everyone's so pissed off. Why
give people space?
10, 15 feet.
Right.
I would say. I think you would do on those 10 questions.
I'd probably pass.
You have to get a 70.
Not get 10 out of 10. I would get 7. I would get 7. Right.
If you fail it,
yeah,
you have to do it all over again.
Yeah, it's
not the test,
the day,
the class.
Yeah.
I was terrified.
But it seems like you made some like really strong, valuable relationships during that day. That would it be the worst thing in the world for you to go back and meet some new people?
No, probably. I will say there was, again, some of these folks are very nice people, but the instructor was very clear. We had a 15-minute break in the morning and in the afternoon. We had 40 minutes for lunch. Yep. There was a KFC across the street, which is not called Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore. Just KFC okay. With a Taco Bell.
Yep.
And Stromboli's, which is an Italian restaurant I've gone to many times. And the guy said, it's 40 minutes. If you're late, you're not allowed back in, and you have to do the class all over again.
I love this guy.
2 people... like, we're late. Yeah. And he's like, no, I told you. And they're like, what the fuck? He's like, you can't come back. I'm sitting there thinking, these people are nuts. They just wasted 4.5 hours.
Oh, did they look like the type of people who are employed?
I'm not here to judge anybody, but they did not. I don't know. I don't know that. They all seem like nice people.
Yep.
Anyway, we may do a live show from a driver training course for 8.5 hours.
I thought we were going to be doing a live show from a prison cell. Who knows? I didn't know. I didn't know what to expect today.
Pure vindication. Yeah. Not vindication.
Yep.
Because, look, check the I's and check the T's out there, cats and kittens. That's what I would say. All right, we're back tomorrow night. Goodbye.